Aquarius, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for July 2015. Aquarians, we begin the month with a beautiful Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Leo, and this is happening in your house of partnerships and marriage, and it's all transpiring under a beautiful, lovely new moon. Now, Venus is going to be ensuring that you get special attention from your partner, and flattery is going to be getting you everywhere this month, Aquarians, provided you use it wisely. This also has to do with your work partnerships as well. So wherein what things will not work from a push or a shove, maybe you need to be sugarcoating it as much as you may not like it, Aquarians, but it will work for you. For those of you who have been going through a little bit of a tough time in a relationship, this is the time where it's brilliant for smoothing things out. And for those of you who are single and are willing to get into relationships, there is it's a great time that you will find somebody if you're out there networking and of course meeting up with people. It's not going to be happening if you're sitting at home, but for those of you who are networking and out, it is quite likely that you'll find somebody with whom you can get involved in quite a serious relationships. So in general, you're going to be quite adaptable when it comes to your affections, very willing to compromise, negotiate and make peace. Now your life during this time with Jupiter being there in this particular part of your chart is going to be helping you win a lot of public approval, and you'll find a lot of joy in sharing your life in others. It's just a lot of expansiveness, Aquarians, over here. You can be at times, even in a current relationship, it just tends to sort of deepen it more, expand it more. And for those of you who are beginning a relationship or even a partnership, a work partnership, you'll find it getting expanded more. However, try not to in order to sort of be winning the public approval, try not to overlook things that really matter, and this especially has to do with work. So it can't be that you're winning the popularity contest at your workplace, but you're not able to handle the core issue, or you're not able to sort that bit out. So don't let the I wouldn't say illusion, but don't let the comfort of having the public approval ignore what is it that needs to be taken care of for you. You could find yourself taking the role of a consultant or an advisor to a friend. There is some amount of good publicity as well that will come your way. Relationships and partnerships are going to be benefiting a lot from this particular transit. Now mid of month, we have Mercury and Mars that are there in your house of chores and day-to-day activities. They're going in opposing Pluto that is there in your house of behind the scenes, and all this again is happening under the light of an extremely emotional moon. Now for Mercury, this is a good position because it's the house of organizing, communication, day-to-day chores. So with Mars being there, you could be quite driven to put your schedule in place. You will be getting more organized, you'll be getting more disciplined. It can also be that you will start focusing more, or you'll get more detail oriented. As far as health is concerned and fitness is concerned, ensure that you're not sort of overdoing too much. And it can be that you could be for those of you who have medical issues or medical ailments, it could be that you have been procrastinating about going for a checkup. So this is a time wherein that you're advised that you should go for one. Or some of you could even be busy checking up on ailments that you suspect that you have. So Aquarians, if something is bothering you and you need to be going and seeing a doctor, by all means do the research, but do make that appointment and go and visit the doctor. This is also a time where you could be quite inclined to learn something quite new on your own, though it is a time wherein there's a lot of action that's happening around you, Aquarian. So you'll find it hard to sort of sit still. It's just quite a restless time. A lot of communication, a lot of movement, contact, action with co-workers that is going to be happening, and you need to be taking So you will consciously have to sit and organize things, so that you stay more focused, and especially onto the little things. Now the Pluto, or the aspect of Pluto transit that is happening in a part of your chart that has to do with behind the scenes, it's really speaking about old issues, and it's a time wherein that old issues from the past could come up right now. And it's a great time, Aquarians, to be starting therapy. For those of you who have been battling with certain things in the past, and they have sort of gotten over with it, and you feel you're okay, but it's really a time that those particular issues could come back again. And try not to run away from those, because if you try and sort of run away and say that, oh, everything is fine, it may just happen that they turn into larger, more problems. And it's really, Pluto is all about transformation, so you really need to be transforming all that baggage. There's still work that needs to get done, Aquarians, so don't fight it. Just get in over there and do the work that needs to get done. Now Uranus is turning retrograde, and it's turning retrograde in a part of your chart that is about communication. And the interesting thing about a Uranus retrograde is that, unlike a Saturn that sort of just slows you down and brings about a lot of heaviness, Uranus just intensifies everything. It brings sharply into focus things, that or places in chart where it is transiting. And for you, it has to do with your speech, and it has to do with anything communication, emails, SMSs, spoken, written. Be extremely careful. Don't say something quite unpredictable, throw up your job in a huff and say, I can't deal with this and I'm just going, or take hasty decisions. It's not a time, Aquarians, to be doing things in quite impetuously. And so though you and the transit is such that you would not want to conform, there's just a lot of rebellion energy around this. So you could be feeling quite rebellious, and you could be feeling, I don't need to be conforming, and I don't like to take orders, and what I'm thinking is right, and this is the way it needs to be done. And you could be feeling quite high strung. But this is really a time not to be doing all that, Aquarians. It's really a time wherein that all that stress, first of all, do not repress that stress. Whatever angst, whatever things that you're feeling inside, channelize it, talk, go to a therapist, speak to a confidant, speak to a friend, vent. Keep talking it out, keep taking it out, because don't reach a point where you'll finally explode. So let that stress out. And also during this time, there could be a tendency to exaggerate things. So things may seem far more bigger and more tougher than they actually would be in reality. So try not to sort of get too stressed about it. And the good thing about this transit is that it speaks about new opportunities as well. So you may hear of a very exciting new opportunity, and that can suddenly just come your way. It could be that you have been communicating with this person about the opportunity, and it just may just convert at this point of time. Acquaintances, siblings, or even casual friends can be quite catalytic as far as this entire self-expression is concerned. And you may make little changes to your personal appearance or your mannerism that can reflect the changes that are going on inside. Try not to do anything drastic, Aquarians, to yourself really during this time. You'll just sort of sit and get more upset with yourself later on. So quite a buzzing month for you, Aquarians. Hold your horses. Don't sort of let it all hang loose out there. Try to control, try to stay disciplined, and vent at regular intervals with a confidant. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Aquarians. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.